Today I'm excited to bring to you another my take on a pattern. This time it's pattern 106161. Should be kind of fun. It looks like it's going to be kind of neat. So yeah, let's do this. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AKAAWOL, and today, like I said before in the intro, I'm working on pattern 106161. It's this It's this pattern. That's what I get for hitting the scroll wheel so hard. It's pretty cool. I kind of try to get the zoom right here. The thing that I think I'm going to have the hardest time with is deciding where I want to center it. This is really cool. So this is a 12-string pattern. It's pretty neat. The wavy stuff on the outside, I'm not sure I'm really digging that. We'll see. We'll play with it a bit. Hang on, I over zoomed that a lot. And we're going to start from the center. So I'm going to paste our image down this way. I need to rotate it 90 degrees. And I need to enlarge it. Too tiny to see, so that looks good. We'll scoot this over. So here's, I don't know if you can see my grid line. We can either put it this bit as the center, or we could put this bit as the center. And that right there is my dilemma. I'm not sure. I think you can see the line right here, right? So yeah, I'm not sure which is better. I think we're just gonna go with it this way. It's interesting. So okay, standard operating procedure, we don't use white. Yeah, light yellow seems fine. Okay, so we're going to use this light yellow in lieu of the white, just because if we want to change the colors later on, if we change white, it'll change the entire background, so we don't want that. Alright, so there's a white one in the center, a sort of, and it's actually dark gray in this one. I'm going to have kind of kudos to whoever did it. So we got this little thing kind of coming up and over. It also comes out this way with the white taking off like this. Cool. Then there's some kind of little something up here going on. This pattern really advances quickly. So there's the outer part of that. There is this purpley color that's doing this. This white comes out in and back out like that. All right. So yeah, the little half diamonds and stuff on these patterns, they always throws me off a bit. But yeah, there we have it. Let's kind of map out the white here first. That seems to be the easiest. It's obvious there's more than one of the black. So, yeah. So there we have the white. I guess we can go down the other side. So the white hits and crosses over by 2. There we go. And I guess we can map that in because, again, this is pretty easy to map the white. Again, I'm not really convinced I like this light blue and the aqua colors out here. I mean, obviously we could do it and we could follow it right straight, the pattern right to the letter. But we could actually just make that one solid color. It's not it doesn't do a whole lot. It's just sort of there. This black comes in and around like this. If we do it with one color, we might be able to have a color in reserve. Well, not sure what we're gonna do up here either. There's not a lot of room. So the black goes this way. This way. Got it. So this does become kind of a curious little thing, doesn't it? Right? Because now, what are we going to do here? That purple. Wait, no. It's the black here. Yeah, okay. Now we've got this purple. And we can go all the way out with the purple like this. And make that completely different from the other. That makes for an interesting start. Yeah, okay, so we still have to work out the strings for this, right? So we know that there's more than one black going on in here. And we also have this purple. I don't know where it kind of comes from. But I think I'm going to leave myself, I'm going to change up, this is my take on a pattern, right? We're allowed to do this sort of thing. I'm going to take a blue, that's fine, and I'm going to bring it to the outside here. Alright, and now, sorry, that took me a second to actually kind of check my path on this. Whoops, I had it right the first time. And that way the blue comes up and meets up in the center. Whoop. Alright, back to this dark gray. So if you get the impression that bracelet design takes a little bit of effort, you would be right. If you're thinking this is super hard, you're wrong. It just takes time to kind of see your way through the whole thing and to try to pick out the parts and things that you like and how you want to portray it. Like that extra little one nut thing down in the corners. It just, I don't know. I didn't feel that that's how I'd want to portray this art, so I changed it. Kind of that simple. Alright. This one can come out and go back in here. I mean, sometimes when people are designing it, they're trying to be extra fancy. Sometimes when designing it, we try to be nice and simple about it. In this case, I'm going to go for the simple. And when I go simple, there is the possibility that I can do something like doubling up the string of a color that gets used an awful lot, which might help me in the long run when trying to actually make this thing. So yeah. Where did I leave off on the white? So yeah, this is starting to look pretty cool. I think we have, oh no, I was gonna say I think we have all the black colored in. Then I see a big area that is not. So I still don't know what's going in that area. That's funny. I can now see this comes down this way. And we don't have to go past the halfway point. In case you're new to this halfway line, we're going to copy and paste the whole thing over to be able to essentially cut out half of the work. Some patterns you can't. It's only on these ones where it's nice and symmetrical that you can do it. So if you get the luxury of being able to, why would you not take that? Alright, let's see how this blue works out. Right, that's the same thing, so stop on that because we don't know if we need to change its angle. The way it comes in here didn't come this way. Yep. Good call on my part. See? Only took me a fraction of a moment to realize that it could be different than just instinctively going down the line, and lo and behold, there it is. All right. So now the colors that we're using here are obviously taken for the most part from the pattern that we got off of friendshipbracelets.net, and that's cool and all. Obviously I just use it as sort of like this guideline of, you know, it's like a suggestion. It's not necessarily a rule that I have to use these colors. So obviously I am going to choose my own thing for it, and I haven't quite decided. I kind of feel like because the purple isn't used a lot and it's sort of a cool gem thing, that perhaps I use like a neon color for that, and I'm not sure which neon color I have in any kind of an abundance of. So I might base the whole thing off of just which color I have. So you can see we have one string left that kind of travels through here and goes all over the place. I can either do it as one of the whites or one of the darks, because both of those get used an awful lot. If I do it as one of the whites, it would change up sort of in here. Yeah, I think. Now again, if I was going to post this online, I would leave it up to the person. Well, I guess I do post it on my own website, but I'm kind of giving myself the advantage of knowing which color I intend to use. But if I was posting this on one of the web pages, I would put this in white to demonstrate the fact it didn't get used. It's obviously the color that would have been the outside version of where the blue is here, and then it would have been a different color running along these edges. Like I said, I just want to change that. It's nothing personal to the designer. If you see this video, I'm not hating on your design. I don't know. Those little nuancy things can be tedious at times. Alright, seems that I missed a couple down here. Fill those in. And we don't have any more of the little light blues, so there we go. Now we just take this select tool, bring it down to our guideline, copy, paste it, and then we use our flip tool, and we're going to flip this vertically. Whoops, vertically. If you get too close to the line, it does a horizontal instead. And at this point, we just used our little arrow keys to line this up, anchor the layer, and there's our bracelet. Wow, not bad. All right, so thank you for watching this long. Really appreciate the the watch hours, that's really important here. If you could like and make a comment, that would be awesome. Before I go, I want to thank my Patreon supporters for making all this possible. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.